G'day everyone, how is everyone going? Sorry for a slow start. I was too busy editing and I just completely forgot about time. And then by then I had to start setting up the studio and I forgot one of my cameras, which is kind of sad. Well, no, I just forgot. The other backup camera had died down. So it's kind of sad. I had to try to jiggy rig something at the moment. So at the moment you see there's probably maybe a little bit of loss of quality, and that's because I'm actually filming off my mobile phone. So this is going to be very different. I'm hoping the sound comes through because I am using my Bluetooth to try and get the audio because I can't hook it up. I've got the phone on a gimbal at the moment to try and keep this thing steady. So give me a thumbs up or shout something in the chat to just tell me if the audio is working, if it's coming through, hopefully in stereo. Because if I hook up my normal microphone, that only comes through the left channel. So I decided just to go with Bluetooth and see how that runs in a way. So let's have a look. Hopefully, I am trying to get my other computer today, and unfortunately, all the computers I've got with me at the moment are all 720p webcams. So I wanted to actually at least stream in a 1080p webcam. So I'm hoping this comes in 1080p because my mobile phone usually is 1080p webcam anyway. So let's see how it goes. So anyway, of course, as you see from the title here, we had a request for the Dell Latitude 9420. I wasn't sure if I was a 9420 or 9520, but I finally got Dell to send me the 9420, which is fantastic. The video is a bit blurry. That's all right. I'm hopefully will catch up. It could be my internet as well too. So it is coming through my mobile phone and streaming through that way there. I might actually quickly switch it to 4G. It could be a lot quicker with the 4G. So just give me a few seconds for about, I'm going to switch it to 4G and hopefully it will get you a little bit better video quality as well too. So just give me a second. Let's see if that will work. So let's see. Great to see. I'm waiting for mine. Okay, good. Hopefully we get this thing going here. So this was waiting for a little bit of time, but I'm glad this is actually here. Now, this is going to be an interesting product because I did do the Latitude 9510 last year. I was pretty impressed by the build quality of the 9510, and I did ask Dell when they actually initially launched the 9000 series, what was the difference between the 7000 and 9000 series? Because they are very similar, and pretty much it's all in spec wise. You find the 97, the 9000 and the 7000 series are very similar spec until you actually see it in person. So in person, there is a complete utter difference between the two. Is really the build quality of it. Now, besides the build quality of the 7000 series and 9000 series, it's also to do with the new technology, especially with the AI system. They do try and put a lot of their prototype, well, I would say prototype, but trying to actually add in more of the AI system in the 9000 series. So it does a little bit more automations compared to the 7000 series. So it will get filtered down to 7000 series, but they're trying to make the 9000 series for Latitude as their flagship one. So it's trying to get it nice and light as well as putting the premium stuff into the 9000 series. Just as I'm coming through, hopefully we'll get something. So yes, anyway, let's see how it goes. So let's do the undo. I thought I might just try this a little bit different and just do it live stream anyway for this week's one here. So let's get on with it. Go to our trusty knife. So let's give this a bit of a whack. Let's have a look. Whoa, let's try. You will try and get this side here, and I've got to do another cut. Have I got it through? Yeah, I've got it through there. Let's put this one back in and let's have a look. So, is that stuck? No, we got it. All right, good stuff. Ooh, okay. Now, this is a little different from last year, I think, I'm pretty sure. This is like the XPS and also the Precision 5000 series. So it's kind of straight street. It's got much more premium package than previously. So there's nothing else besides that anyway. So I'm going to move this along the floor. And I know this, you can rip that off, but I'm just going to slide it off so we don't make this big loud sound. Just do that. There we go. And this would be it. So this case I've seen many times in the XPS and the Precision 5000 series, and it's got this nice magnetic box here, and pretty much that is it. Now instead of saying Precision or XPS, we've got Latitude. So this is the only Latitude I've seen that comes in this type of box. So it's again very premium, and of course we'll pull this out. Wow, okay, this is a lot more thinner than I was expecting from previous year. And like I said, I did see the 9510, so this is the 14-inch compared to that. So I'm just going to put it around here before I get along with it. And let's just see what else is behind this package. This looks very similar to an XPS or Precision 5000 series. Anyway. So I'm thinking this should be where the power cable is. Again, this is all 100% recycled plastic from the ocean. And let's have a look what else there is on this side. Oh, yeah. So we've got, I'm just going to move along here. So we've got the power adapter. That is such a small power adapter. That is ridiculously small. I thought this was like, yeah, a USB-C adapter, but that's the power adapter. That's crazy. That really made a big difference in the 9000 series. So this is a 60-watt power adapter. Of course, this will plug into here. Just grab all these things here. I'll just check this in here. This will plug into here. And we've got this one over here, which is USB-C. So it's nice to see this is actually detachable and not actually plugged in. So just like a Mac, plug it in there, and then it's a USB-C charge. So that is small. That's probably one of the smallest 60-watt power adapter I've seen so far. Nice and light, but I think the cable itself is actually much heavier than. Actually, while we're at it, let's have a look how long this cable is, because that's important for a lot of people. Oh, that's about. Well, actually, that's about 2 meters there. That's about a good 2 meters. I was just trying to see if I stand back. Yeah, that's about 2 meters, about my whole arm length. So that's nice. That's a nice, good length. Then you can add the extra bits, which is the usual bit anyway. So that's that one, right? So I'm just going to move this across here. Let's move this along. And again, this is such a nice box. If you actually get one of these computers, do keep the box. It's good to use it for something else because they're magnetic, so reuse that anyway. So I'll just pop that around. All right. I'll just chuck this on the side anyway. Let's get to the computer. All right, I'm just going to try fake the rip. I'm going to try my best not to do. All right, let's see if I can. There we go. Ooh, okay. Now, whoa. Okay, this is aluminium on top, brush aluminium. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And at the bottom, that's not aluminium. I was expecting that to be aluminium. That's probably I'll just call it plastic, it's easy, right? It's polycarbonate or something like that. So that's not aluminium, but it's got a very soft feel to it. It's very grippy. That's really grippy. And then we've got very nice, beautiful brushed aluminium along the back. And interesting enough, I'm just going to have a look at that. Okay, so this is very interesting. Huh. Okay, I'm going to have to explain this one here. So here at the back is the top part is aluminium, brushed aluminium, and on the side from the hinge is brushed aluminium. But this chunk here at the bottom, that's the same material as this part here. So it's a bit of a plastic, polycarbonate plastic, which is very interesting. I thought that was going to be aluminium. That's why I was a bit quirked out by that. And at the front, that is all brushed aluminium. So it's only this back cover that's not. That's a bit interesting. I'm wondering why they actually decided to actually use plastic. It's a really nice felt sort of type of feel to it compared to aluminium, because normally aluminium has better thermals for that. So it's, yeah, I can't really explain it. Sorry, what was this thing? Magnesium alloy for the bottom. Okay, there you go. It's magnesium alloy. So do you know what kind of alloy it is with? Is it like there was another one that I had. So magnesium carbon, and there's magnesium, there's a tungsten, I can't remember. There's so many different alloys. Okay, that's a different alloy. So you're probably right, because it does feel like what I would call a Lenovo. So yeah, that's nice. It's a new material. It's good to see that Dell is experimenting new materials, so that's nice. The hinge that's metal. So that's metal. That's gonna be durable. And we do have a little bit of rubber bits on the side here. Now, I'm not sure this is 2-in-1. I think this may be a 2-in-1. From the look of this hinge, this could be a 2-in-1. So but anyway, let's have a look at the quick ports. I can see there's exhaust So this is on the right-hand side. This is an interesting sort of one. Does it have it on the other side? It is. Okay. I'm taking this. This is going. I can see if I can bring this across to you closer. I'll just try and see if I can bring the light. See this little, whoop, this little part? This, I have a feeling, it's on both sides of the computer. That could be the antenna for either the Wi-Fi 6, just an improvement of Wi-Fi 6. It's on the other side as well, so it's a replicator. I'm taking this, that's going to be antenna, because they did talk about the antenna improvement for Wi-Fi 6 for the Latitude 9000 series. So that's what I'm thinking that is. And then we've got the exhaust, and then we've got the USB Type A port. It's got power share as well. And then at the back here, we've got 2 exhausts. So that's got a lot of exhaust. 3 exhausts. Wow. Okay. That's some serious. They would take some heat there. This has only got 11th gen Intel core. It's not the H processor. So it's one of those mobile chips. And then on this side, we've got security lock slot, got HDMI 2.0, got 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. We've got the mini micro SD card reader, and then we've got a slot probably for the 4G or the SIM card slot, and then a headphone jack, and that's about it. All right. So I am going to see. I can see at the bottom there's 2 speakers on the bottom as well. I think there's about 4 speakers in this one here. Anyway, let's see if this is a 2-in-1 anyway. So let's try this out. Yeah, it's a 2-in-1. That's kind of cool. All right, which I didn't get any pen with this, so it didn't come with a pen. So I guess you got to buy that separately for the pen. I'm thinking if it's going to be magnetic somewhere, probably on one side or the other side to be magnetic for the Dell pens there. Now, whoa, okay, I see something else different that I'm not normally see, and that is with the keyboard. Now, the top part of the keyboard is the same as all the Latitudes for 2020 and 2021, but on the bottom end of the keyboard, the other side, you see there's a color difference. I'm not sure if you see there's a color difference there. It's actually a little bit lighter than the sides. The sides, the palm rest is all aluminium. That's all aluminium, but on the bottom hand here, is probably that magnesium alloy they've probably used, which is going to be interesting. So I'm taking out the magnesium alloy is going to be very good for thermals. I'm hoping so it doesn't transfer heat. We'll find that out when I do the review for this computer here. I will be putting a review for it. So that's another interesting thing I've seen. Now we've got the same trackpad as the previous year. It is a very glass smooth base, and it is hinge at the bottom. Sorry, hinge at the top and depressing at the bottom, so it's mechanical there. Now I can see there should be a privacy shutter here. Now, how do we get that privacy shutter working? Which is hidden away. I can see it's gone red. So where's the shutter? It does have a privacy shutter. So how do you actually operate it? I think yes, you got to do it by software. So you can't even do it by physical means. I look like a lost puppy out there, don't I? Wow. Okay. I guess it's going to be software. I'll have to boot this thing up, which I will. Let's boot this thing up. Now, the screen looks very nice. It is 16 by 10 aspect ratio. Now, do I have power or do I need to connect this to power? Let's have a look. I think it's going to be like a Lenovo where I have to connect power up to it. I think I'm going to do it. There, give me a second. I've got a power connector somewhere. Here's one. I'll just bring this across, connect it to power. Let's bring this across. There we go. It does. You need to actually have it turned on with power to actually get it going anyway. So let's have a look. Now we have a 16 by 10. That's beautiful. It is a very glossy screen, which is not a surprise for a 2-in-1. So I'm very interested to see how that shutter works. I'm taking yes, I can see F9 is a camera with no facing camera, so that could be the one to operate the shutter. That's about it. I might take a guess is also the fingerprint scanner is going to be built into the power button. This one does not have it configured, and this one is an i7, so it's got a Evo certification on that. And I am gonna have a look if there's anything else. It's taking a bit of time because it's first time boot up. Is there any special buttons on here that I don't normally see? That's about the only button, which is the F9 key. So that's about it. So let's just bring this thing this way so you guys can see what I'm going to do. So let me just quickly go through this. Now, I remember with the 9000 series, we've got some good speakers on them. I was pretty impressed by the speakers for the 9000 series. I went, wow, okay, they did actually put some effort. The one thing I did see in the spec sheet of this, okay, it does go up to 32 gig of RAM, which is fantastic. It is soldered. Is the webcam. Now, you know how every year I talk about the webcam being 720p webcam, and some of the latitudes have now moved or given options for a 1080p webcam. Well, this 9000, no, 9420 now, I'm sorry, Dell, this is going to be your flagship model. It'd be nice to see a 1080p webcam. There is no option for a 1080p webcam. It's only a 720p webcam. It's a bit of a disappointment, but I think it's going to be a good quality 720p webcam, but still, it'd be nice to get a 1080p webcam. I know the 7000 series have got it. The 5000 series do have it as well too, but it'd be nice to see the 9000 series actually have a 1080p webcam. So it's just my little bit of gripe that I've seen on the quick spec sheet for that. So let me just go through this quickly. I don't think we need the power anymore, so let's just chuck that out of the way, unless I need it later on. Let me just quickly go through this because let's have a quick. Hopefully the sound will come through it, the headphone speakers. So I'm just going to quickly run through this. I don't have internet. Let's just quickly limited setup, and we get through. Now I've got a few. Let me just bring up the thing. Okay, I've got a few things. So let's have a look. What are we going through? Okay, thank you for joining me, Vilad. And I've got Alex in here as well too. Thank you very much. And Poppy, it's good to see you guys in here. Thanks for supporting me. So let's have a look. Great to see you arriving in 1.5 months. Good stuff. That's not bad. 1.5 months is not bad for delivery day. Well, now, so we've got some really nasty delivery dates, like about close to about 2 to 4 months. So that's not bad for 1.5 so far. But yeah, yeah, you're right. There is no 1080p webcam. Exactly what I was saying before. So that's a bit okay. Now it's interesting. Okay, let me just quickly go through this and let's get through it. It is a nice screen, I've got to say. The Asian Dad. Let's just get through this. I don't want to enter password. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do we say there? Maybe as an alloy potentially keeps the lighter. It could be. I think it is to keep this thing as light as possible. I think it's about 1.2 to 1.3 kilos. Very similar to a Latitude. It is thinner than the 7000 series by a little bit. I can feel it feels smaller, but still maintaining all the ports, which is good. So I'm very happy about that. Still having a USB Type A port and still having a full size HDMI port, which is I love it. But we lost our Ethernet. I like to see like a either lever system for the Ethernet because a lot of this is a business computer, so and a lot of businesses still use. Sorry, I'm just going through the setup. Still, a lot of businesses require you to have Ethernet. They don't like to have Wi-Fi, or simply they don't have very good Wi-Fi. One of my workplaces doesn't have very good Wi-Fi, so we go for Ethernet a lot for that as well too. So good to see. It's a smart shutter. Okay, when you say smart shutter, okay, well, you've got another one here. So smart move away only when you have applications like Zoom. Ooh, that's good to know. So this is to do with the AI system we're talking about. So that's kind of no. This is it's a 14-inch, the 94. So the 9000 series, and then the second number is to deal with the screen size. So you see a 3, it means a 13-inch. If you see a 2, it's a 12-inch. If it's a 4, it's of course 14, and 5 is a 15-inch. That's an easy way to decode the Dell Latitude and Precision series for the numbering system there. And then, of course, the third number is the generation. And the last number is to also tell you, it's a little bit unique. It can tell you it's AMD, or it can tell you it's got a performance processor, or it's just a normal one there. So this one being so 94200 being just the normal one. If it's got one in it, it's going to be performance. If it's got a 5 at the end of it, it's most could be either AMD version, or it could be what do you call it? Convertible. Back then they're using convertible. It's changed now. I don't know what it is going to be. So yeah. So that's that. Okay, I'm going to play with that Zoom thing. I have to install Zoom and all that stuff. So I'm going to be interested. I'll do that. What's this thing? Protection. No, we don't want protection. Let's just yeah. Let's go through this anyway. So let's just get it to run through. it's getting through its point there. Okay, there's a function on the keyboard to the top of the shadow. Keep close despite apps open for privacy. Yeah, I think that's the F9 thing I was talking about there. So I'm just going through some of the comments here. 14-inch aspiration. Yeah, I love the 16 by 10 for it. Nice. Okay, what's up? What's this thing? Must be super. It is pretty light. I'm gonna admit it feels premium, just like the 9510. This feels premium. This one it just spells premium. Like seriously, if you go to a board meeting, this does feel like one of those. I'm definitely up in the upper management. You're not down low, so this feels good. This feels really, really good on my hands and ability to. It's still nice to have a garage pen somewhere. This is one thing, unless there is. No, there isn't any. I don't see any. But I think that's one of the things that Dell would nice to see if for the two ones is to have a garage pen, just like the Lenovo's anyway. So it would be fantastic to see that. I would have got that smash it automatic opens, detection. Yeah, I know it's got all this Windows Hello stuff. So I'm just gonna do that. It's got all of the Windows. Man, that's taking a bit of time, more than time than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's got all those Windows Hello stuff. And of course it's well the IR system's right here, and if I try and light you will actually see it. But I know it's also does all the detection of trying to optimize your battery as well, which is kind of what you see in the Dell optimized, but this takes it supposedly to another level there. From what I had some chats with the Dell internal, and also of course the microphone has been optimized, has an AI system to help you out. But of course the detection now, oh, it is running out of battery very soon. Okay, I'll bring that back for things. I thought it was an 80% charge, but this one's been pretty much doesn't have much battery. So let's bring this up anyway. All right, let's bring this up. All right, let's have a look. I can bring the brightness to its max. That's very bright. That's nice to see. So I'm going to try this shutter here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know, but let me try and get this F9. Let me have a look if this works. All right, function F9. No, I can't do it. You can't override the F9 key. I see the light go on, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really take it off. So you need to go by application. I'm taking guess. So I'll have to have a play with it properly. But let's have a look at the sound. I'm interested to see the sound. Hopefully you guys can hear the sound anyway. So let me get to. I've got to connect to the internet first. So let's go to my Wi-Fi zone. How have you guys been anyway? So besides, one of the reasons why I was so late to the stream is because I was busy editing video and I just went over time. Once I get into it, I start doing it. So after the stream, I will be uploading. Well, I'm going to try and finish. I'm going to go a little bit left. I'm going to upload the Lenovo X1 Yoga Gen 6 review video. And I am going to, after that, I've got to might chase up some of my old videos like the Latitude 5421. A few people have asked me about it. I've also got the Lenovo T14 Gen 2 I'm meant to bring out as well. I've got the AMD card as well too, which I need to bring out as well. I've just got a fair bit on my plate as well. So let's get this going. Confirm, continue. There's a lot of stuff Microsoft asked on a new setup here. So that's all right. Let's go to YouTube. And I'm going to get my usual without problems copywriting. Let's go to my usual. Crystal eyes. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Let's have a look at this series. Okay. Oh, I can feel that now. Right, let me bring that out. We don't want to hear the ads. Oh, I've got more ads. YouTube. Oh, well, I survived for that as well too. So let's skip the ads and let's go to 30-second mark. I'm hoping it really comes out. If it does, I'm going to bring this my earphones closer. So let's bring this volume up. Oh, yeah. I've got some quick speakers. I'm not going to do it for a little bit. It's got really good amount of bass for sure. That's really nicely balanced. That's only about 80% for me, so it's nice. I like it. I'm still very impressed. This is really nice speakers. So that's premium. And there's not much bezel on the sides, not even for that. But even if I put this into two in one mode, I will over grip, and I can see it's touching the sides because of that. So you can see it's straight. Well, I'm not sure. I think, yeah, that's touching the side. So you do have to be careful a little bit. And I am feeling a bit of heat here. But okay, it's getting a little warm here. I'm not sure why. It's not really running anything really hard at the moment. So besides the setup here, so it's getting just in the middle right here when I put my hand here. So I am liking the fact that I can still put it like this and write because my hand can actually go into the middle, which is really nice. So we've got the exhaust there, so I can kind of avoid that while I'm writing if this is in 2-in-1 mode. And if I put it in this mode here, again, I will hit that. So I will have to go through this mode here. I wouldn't be, I had to put the hinge out there. But yeah, it's quite nice. Let me just try and take power out of the way. I just want to do the hinge test now. Let's do the hinge test on this thing here. I feel, sorry, let's just turn off the speaker. Okay. All right, let's have a look. It feels really easy. Yeah, that is smooth. They put some bit of effort in it. Now, this is the funny thing. People have asked me about this. When people see that we got up to about I say about 100 or 110 degrees, it starts grabbing. Now, this is the thing that I've seen a lot of tool ones do anyway, and that's because when it gets to there, there's usually another rubber grip that's going to get past for tool ones to try and give this lift a little bit of a lift. So this does lift. I can see it's lifting the bottom up a little bit when it gets past this degrees. So when it lifts up, it gives a little bit of space at the bottom. So for this part here to just to breathe, especially this hole here, it just gives it a little bit of space so air can go in this because this will be an inlet for air. So that's nice to see. And then it goes up and it's pretty smooth all the way through. This is a very smooth hinge. I think this hinge will last for a very long time. And the clamping for it is that's good. That's good. No, I'm not sorry, other side here. Yeah, that's good. That's not releasing here. That's really good. And I know people have been asking me about this, about the side hinge. If I open it from the sides, whoa, that is, yeah, there's not much flex between the two. So I don't see much flex in this. That's good. It's a decent, it's got very good quality. I can steal that. This feels very premium. I'll be happy, but I am a little bit worried here when this charges up. It is getting, I feel it. So which means this is probably about 34 degrees, 34, 35 degrees. I feel a little bit in the middle. And it's not doing them much. So I will have to have a play with it properly on the thermals and give it a bit of work and see how hot it is there. So this is a new material for them anyway. So again, this I don't hear anything from it, so I don't hear the fan go off. So that's at least a good sign. But that is not really doing very much. Again, I'm out of battery again, so we'll find that. But yeah, I'll see if you guys got anything with that one there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what with us we've got here. It's a 14-inch. Yeah, it's got very good volume. Very good volume. There. It's going to be louder than an iPad Pro. That's one thing. So I'm taking a guess it's going to be around with that 89 to even 90 decibels. Well, that's my guess anyway. So yeah, RV has updated the BIOS main review because the initial users do not have optimized BIOS. Yeah, and had overheating issue. There you go. I wouldn't be surprised, and I will normally update the BIOS before I start even reviewing this thing, just to give it the best chance. I think I did do the review on the Precision series where I just ran out of the box and see the performance anyway. But I normally do put the latest update BIOS before I start doing the review for it, just to make sure it gets all the kinks out there. Because a lot of times these things do come out factory before you get the latest BIOS, or there's a BIOS update before these new units. Because I don't know when this was manufactured anyway, so that is probably something I will be doing straight up. So hopefully it does fix up the heating issue. But yeah, at the moment it hasn't really increased, so it's been pretty good so far anyway. So good to know about that. Does it come with built-in stylus? No, it doesn't. I wish it did. They've got space for it. I think they've got space for it, but no, they don't know. Now, as for opening this computer, it looks pretty easy. It looks pretty much good. Phillips head screws. You got pretty much four, eight, so eight Phillips head screws. Looks very easy. I wouldn't be not hard to actually open this up to service and get all the stuff out. Now it does have built-in RAM, so you can't upgrade RAM. It has one slot of M.2 for the hard drive, and it's integrated graphics. So just to let you guys know. But else, this computer, I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are happy. It's got very good quality. It is a step a little bit ahead of the build construction and quality compared to the Latitude 7000 series. Now, I have felt that around, so I do feel this 9000 series feels that much more. But that's pretty much it. That's what I feel that the better speakers got better display compared, but hopefully it's better display. I feel it's better display compared to the 7422 one. I have seen that. And it also has probably a little better AI in there, which I probably would get a little bit annoyed by some of the AI for the review videos. Like for example, auto off and auto sleep. I usually turn that off. That's something you can actually do in the Dell Optimizer software. But overall, I'm happy with this. It's got a good size compared to 15. I do run a 15 normally. I'm at the moment running a 17, having a player, so this is like small compared to that. And it's this thing is good for executives who don't need the Intel, sorry, they don't need the discrete graphics. This is a great business starter for those who want that. For that, I would probably like how this would compare to XPS. True. I like this more than XPS because I've got the ports. Secondly, I have issues with the thermals on the XPS. It does have a discrete graphics though, so for those who do want the discrete graphics, but if you're going to do like, I can see this one has a lot more serious thermals solution compared to the XPS. I like the keyboard mode on this one here, Latitude. The trackpad, again, I like the trackpad on this. The XPS and the Precision 5000 series is just stupidly big. So it's stupendously big is what I'll say. And the speakers on this sounds a lot better than the XPS as well too. So overall, this has got much more clarity compared to the XPS. So when we're talking about XPS, we're talking about the 9500 and a 9510 as well. So I have the 9510 as well as the Precision there. So I think the speakers, these speakers here are way better. So there is four speakers. So we've got two speakers on the side. And then we got two speakers on the bottom. So these are probably the subwoofers. So these have a better clarity compared to the XPS range. Anyway. So the XPS range are very loud, but I think, and decent quality, but I think these are just much better speakers on this one here. So yeah. Any more? Speakers. Yep, there's two on top anyway. So that's probably the little tweeters in the mid. So they'll do the highs and mids anyway. So nice. I'm overall generally very happy with this computer. I just wish if it had a 1080p webcam. That's about it. 1080p webcam. That's what it's missing, and a built-in stylus. This would be a very good business computer for us. So yeah, overall cool. But else, I have what's been up with myself for a week. That's all. I am up for questions. This is my usual radio stream. I was going to have a guest in, but unfortunately, he had to go out for dinner and just help to do some other stuff anyway. So maybe next week I'll get some. I've been asking a few people to get it, and I think someone's given me a very nice idea. Let's actually get some professionals, so from different industries to come into the streams and just talk about the different requirements for the different industries, for especially for students and beginners. So like people who are in engineering, people who are either in biomedical or people who do computation or which is research, as well as people who would do probably music. I'm looking at a person who's a music teacher is probably would helpful. What are the requirements for that? So I'll try and get through some of the, I'll get some friends and invite some guests in for that. So that's the idea anyway. And I'm going to try and get some manufacturers in there as well too. So yeah. But yeah, a 1080p, it'd be nice to have a 1080p webcam. Hey, Alex, but here's the hope. They're getting there. They're getting there. They are getting there. So this is a very good try, and I think it's still. I'm still loving the quality of this computer. I am going to be testing how this new magnesium alloy build construction at the bottom is going to go until. Because if you look at some, I'm not sure. I try to sometimes I try to demonstrate the back end of the when I open the computer up, just look at the internals. I do try to, maybe if I see something really unique, I can try and show the other side of the back end. And they'll do put in sometimes, or I think it's called Gore-Tex or caviar, whatever it is, for the thermals to try and like refract the heat. So it's away from the bottom and it's just going back upwards to the thing. This is a bit interesting. So I'm wondering if, when I do open it, if it has that. If it does, I'll show it on to the review videos. If not, then that's it. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that was there. I've got any more questions for myself. If not, I might just call it. And I'm just going to continue trying to get through some video editing, and then I'll try and get. Yeah, I'm just going to keep filming as well too. So I'm quite far behind. But yes, also it's going to be good. It doesn't looks to be pretty much it. So thank you very much for you guys for joining me, and I really do appreciate your support for you all this time. Anyway, so and I am going to try and improve the channel a lot more as well too. So, you know, as always, have a good day or have a good night, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next video. So remember, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. Catch you guys later, guys. See ya.